Poison Ivy, issue 41, G. Willow Wilson writing with David Gianfelice on the art. If I probably butchered that name, but take it away, Matt.
First reissue is not Takara, which is a bummer. Wait, I feel like
wasn't he on the last issue as well?
Yeah, but I thought it was like a fill-in because Takara's done that before.
Oh, right.
Where someone pops in.
The only reason why I know that
Takara comes back
is because I always copied the list from last month, and I didn't have to change the artist's name. Gotcha. And I'm like, no, I was definitely him last month, unless I made a mistake last month.
It's Gianfelice. which again I had thought maybe so again Takara will be back and whatever. But I feel like Wilson's losing a little bit of her fastball here because there's some needlessly elaborate stuff that happens in here. So at the end of the last issue, Pam killed that tech billionaire lady that's helping put the new cameras in Gotham that's going to do like pre-crime kind of stuff that let people know where stuff's going to happen before it does. And it's taking up so much resources. Pam just like, I got to do away with her. So she's on the run and this little girl's like, hey, come through here, and opens a window, and her and her dad help Pam escape. And when they're talking, she's just like, you can't undo the murder, but that tech boss lady was guilty of more death and even worse. She uses fancier words, right? So the dad's already rationalizing that Pam did what she had to do for the better part of the world. As she is trying to escape this little, neighborhood, the Gotham City police show up and they have this new like defoliant, which takes out all of her plant powers, right? So she brings up all the vines as she does in Grand Ivy fashion, and they immediately get to it's a herbicide, and one of the cops that's wearing the mask is like, well, you should be better at leaving your DNA behind because we're able to match this new herbicide to just kill your particular brand. So Ivy wakes up in jail with a bunch of like lower level Falcone guys in Great White Shark, right? So Pam's like, oh great, I'm with a bunch of wannabe mobsters and a guy that files his teeth. And ultimately this all leads to Pam deciding that she's going to run for the mayor of Gotham, because as she is talking to all of these like small time gangsters, they're kind of like, you're a big name, right? They have a hard time, bringing you in on like legitimate things, but Savage is going to try. He'll make stuff up if you have to. But because people seem to like you and like you're able to get these followings, people might listen to you. So that gives her the idea because the person had handed her the, register to vote card or whatever. So by the end of the issue, she decides that she's going to run for mayor of Gotham. While she's in the jail, Janet from HR goes to talk to someone in the mayor's office. And she's trying to sweet talk her. And because she ate the Bog Venus to heal herself from the poison Bog Venus gave her, anytime Janet gets super nervous, those plants start to pop out of her, the ghost pipe. And this happens as she's talking to the lady from the mayor's office. And she's like, okay, I know what this is about, but the mayor, she tells her, I know for a fact the mayor would never lean on the judge to let Poison Ivy walk free before her trial. So she's still going to go to trial and stuff. And here's the weird thing, and I'm not sure what this is all supposed to be. So the lady from the mayor's office, her name is where's it at? Because she makes the joke. She is Juhi from the mayor's office when she meets Janet from HR, right? So this Juhi girl goes into like a custodial closet and mutters this stuff to herself, and seemingly out of nowhere, this like weird like blue blobby face comes out, and it's almost like it's in like a biological AI kind of thing, because she starts talking to it, and I'm looking for this right here. It gives her a response that's like super sassy. And it's like, yeah, you just sit around trolling with atheists on the internet all day. So I'm like, so is this thing technology like manifest? Are we doing like a Ram V type where because of what Ivy's done with the green or whatever, there's these other aspects that are popping up and now people can commune with them like we had read in Ram V Swamp Thing. Because I'm still not what this is. Because this thing says that it's for, you know, he does that for research, or it does that for research. It's testing the limits of human confirmation by staring into the abyss of the collective mind. And the girl from the mayor's office wants this thing to follow Janet. So again, still don't know what this thing is. I don't know if it's magic, technological, whatever it is, but it's sassy, and I already kind of have an affinity for it. And we get back to Pam in the jail. People are sending her mail and stuff already in the in the jail. And someone ends up sending like a fan letter talking about how even though they've never met, she's a hero for what she has done, you know, for the environment and whatnot. And this is where the other criminals are like, hey, they'll listen to you. Janet comes in to talk to her, and then at the same time, Ivy just shows up, and they hand wave it with like, oh, Ivy knows the guard on the 3rd floor, and you know, he'll look the other way. You know, there's the bruiser who works the front desk. We go back a long way. And so, yeah, so Harley's here now. They share a kiss, and that's where she pulls out the run for local office. And at the end of the issue, Ivy decides she's running for mayor. Because the powerful will never share that power with the rest of us, so we have to take it from them, right? Giving another Robin Hood feel. Again, I mostly enjoy this book. There's been some real hit or misses. This, I don't know what we're doing with Ivy in the jail for the whole issue and running for mayor and all this other stuff. I mean, knowing what she's done in Gotham, I feel like they would disqualify her from running for office, right? Like, she's a legitimate eco-terrorist. You know, so like, what type of stuff is she going to have to pull in order to get onto that ballot, you know? But Wilson really does a good job at fleshing out these other characters. So like, one of the guys that works for the Falcones, feel like he's going to be on this team helping her get elected. Same with Great White, because he likes to cut off her jib. So we're building up the characters again. And I almost feel like, what happened to Killer Croc? Because he's another one that got a really good, you know, showing in those early issues of the comic. Or not early issues, but earlier part of this era of her. So, yeah, the art is fine. I'm not a fan. I think I said this last time too. Gianfelice's faces are real hit or miss. Like, the expressions are good, but like Ivy's face sometimes seems very, very blank. But then you get somebody like Great White, who's just a very pale, bald-headed guy. There's a lot more that seems like Gianfelice does with the expressions, which is just weird. Not a lot of action, a lot of standing around the jail and doing stuff. So a bit of a disappointing issue. I'm gonna give it a 6.5.